Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine and I'm here with Melissa De Silva, who's a Deputy CEO and Chief Sales Officer for TTC Tour Brands. And we're here on Trafalgar Verity for the inaugural in Amsterdam. And we're going to talk to you about that and basically Trafalgar and its future here on Insider Travel Report. Thank you for talking to us.
Thanks so much for having us.
Well, so the first question I want to ask you is, what do you think of the ship?
Well, the ship is beautiful. She is a boutique floating hotel on the rivers of Europe, and she is representative of the destination in which we're traveling. And she's full of stories and history and heritage, and we're just excited to bring the Verity to the rivers.
Yeah, I'm going to show it as we talk about it.
Perfect.
I mean, and how did you get permission to have a fireplace?
She's been on the ship for a very long time. Right. The only fireplace on any river cruise ship in Europe.
I know. I didn't think they allowed it, so it's kind of cool.
Grandfathered in.
Yep. Okay, so let's talk about your sister company is Uniworld, and I hope the travel advisors know how classic and the style of that. What's the difference for Trafalgar?
Great question. So Uniworld is, of course, our luxury brand. They're bringing a fully all-inclusive, very elevated, sophisticated experience to the rivers. Whereas Trafalgar, we're really leaning into our heritage and guided vacations, so it's a much more immersive experience on land. We want to make sure it's very accessible. It's at a price point that our guests can, make river cruising a reality for themselves. Mm-hmm. So there's a little bit of a difference there.
And for that price point, how is Trafalgar different than the rest?
Yeah. So instead of being all-inclusive, we're going to be a mix of included excursions as well as optional experiences on land. We're going to have most meals included, but there'll be a buffet lunch, buffet breakfast. We will have a la carte dinner. We'll have wine and beer with meals, but other drinks will not be included. There'll be a cash bar for that, for example. Mm-hmm. So, small changes like that.
Now, our travel advisors are going to be interested in the fact that you've been running a 60% off sale for them to experience the product. Let's talk a little bit about that.
It's really important for us, because we're new to the rivers, to get as many of our travel advisor partners as possible on the ship so they can experience it and feel the confidence when they're selling it to their clients. Uh-huh. And so we've got a number of departures between now and the end of the year that are up to 60% off for travel advisors, and they can bring a guest as well.
But they can't just go on it. They have to earn it. Masterclass.
Yes, they have to take the masterclass, of course. So mm-hmm. We've got our Trafalgar e-learning that's what they need to complete in order to qualify for the 60% off discount.
And that doesn't just help them with sales. That also helps them, it helps you with quality leads.
100%. We want to make sure that we're giving the travel advisors all the tools they need to be able to match up their client with the river cruise that's right for them. And so by doing the training, they'll understand exactly what makes Trafalgar so that they're putting the guest on who's going to have the best experience. And
let's talk about the fact is you have two ships now. So
we do.
We just said that this is Verity. And then in Passau, you've got Reverie. But there's two more ships coming.
We have just announced that we've got 2027 on sale on the Seine.
Yeah.
That's going to be Trafalgar Harmony. And we'll soon be announcing for 2028 actually 3 more ships. But I will keep you in suspense as to where and what those ships will be.
Okay, and can you tell me, are they charters also, or are they purpose-built?
Purpose-built.
Wow, you heard that. Okay. But I also heard they'll be a little larger.
They will be a little bit larger, yes.
180 passengers?
180, yeah.
This is all public knowledge.
You've got all of the information, okay. Yes.
But that's all that we're allowed to have?
Yes, for now. Okay. But we'll be making a big announcement a little bit later in the season as to where those ships will be sailing. And once we've got all of the renderings, we'll be able to share those with our partners as well.
And we're going to talk to Damien O'Connor, who is your VP at Trafalgar, more about those ships, because he did have more information on that.
He does. Yeah. He's definitely our expert when it comes to all things nautical.
What's the long-term role of river cruising for Trafalgar?
Yeah, what we learned as we were going through some extensive research with our clients is that we know that not every guest is going to take a guided vacation every year. They want to travel in multiple modes of transportation, and they want to take different types of vacations. And so what we've done is we've expanded our what we know and do so well on the roads and the rail onto the river. We are going to be expanding our river cruise capabilities fairly extensively between now and the next 4 years or 5 years is where our plan goes to. Currently, we're seeing such great sales just in the inaugural year that it's given us a lot of confidence to put in those contracts for the new boat ships that are coming down the wire.
Right.
I think it's going to be a large part of our business. We're hoping by 2030 it'll be at least 20% of our business.
Now, travel advisors, are they being trained to know the difference between selling land and cruise? How are you getting them, and what are the mistakes or things that we should or misconceptions that we can give them now?
I don't know if there's too many misconceptions, and I do think that, as I said before, the client who wants that immersive experience where they're feeling really connected to the people and the place that they're visiting, whether they're doing that via coach or whether they're doing that via the rivers, that experience on land is very much the same. So it's, do they want to have the opportunity to come on board, unpack once, maybe have a slightly more relaxed experience versus, being on the road and perhaps being a little bit more packed into that itinerary. I think that's going to be the main difference. But in terms of really getting under the skin of the destination, connecting with people, whether that be through our Be My Guest experiences or whether that's through our Make Travel Matter experiences, that's going to be the same on either of our offerings.
Is it true that you have experienced directors and not actual, cruise directors?
We do, and we have two. So we've got an experienced director and an experienced manager on every ship. We wanted to really up that ratio and make sure that we had somebody that was on board that could really help people with their shore excursions, give them great recommendations if they didn't want to do something that was at a cost. If they have already been to the destination and wanted to do something different, they're there on board to give them recommendations, but also to help lead the groups when they're at shore.
Do you want to go into more depth about Be My Guest or Make Travel Matter?
Yeah, of course. So our Be My Guest experiences are where we go into the home or farm or vineyard of a local family and we break bread with them. And what better way to get to know a destination than through its people and forming those genuine connections. Mm-hmm. And I really think it's a hallmark of what Trafalgar does. It's on all of our itineraries and now it's on our cruise itineraries. And, sustainability is really at the heart of everything that we do at the Travel Corporation. Make Travel Matter is our ability to really connect with the communities that we visit and give back to the places that we visit.
On this ship, is there something special happening?
Yes. So on our Rhine itinerary, we actually visit a vineyard that creates artisanal vinegar, and we learn about how that's made and how they're protecting the craft and how it's happened over centuries in this part of the world.
Got it. All right, so we're going out to 125,000 travel advisors. The ones who know, but the ones who don't, where do they go for more information?
Great question. So they're going to go to agents.ttc.com and they are going to be able to get all the information that they need. They can download marketing materials. They can complete our online training. They can find out who their local sales manager is. They can make online bookings. So that's really the best place for them to be.
And they can become part of the masterclass.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report on Trafalgar Verity in Amsterdam.